So February is going to be one of the biggest months in VR we've had in a very, very long time. We not only have a ton of cool content coming out for the Quest 2, but we also have the release of the PSVR 2. I am beyond hyped for this thing, so I am very, very, very excited to jump into this list today and tell you all about what's coming out in February. First up, on the 2nd, we have Windlands 2 dropping. Now, a little nugget of information for you here. This trailer right here I actually helped film. Me, GT and Mike VR Oasis helped the developer get in and film this trailer, which was an absolute honour, so massive shout out to you Windlands for letting me be a part of that. I really, really appreciate it. Anyway, Windlands is essentially like if you smashed Hawkeye and Spider-Man together, into one mix, you would pretty much have this game. Now you get to fly around with like using zip wires, essentially being like the Spider-Man part, and then you get to destroy a bunch of whole enemies with the bow, the Hawkeye part. This game honestly is an absolute treat for the eyes. I love the way that it looks. It plays phenomenally well on the Quest 2, and I absolutely urge you to check this one out on launch. It's a ton of freaking fun. Ton of levels to do, loads of massive epic big boss fights to be playing out as well, and of course there's some freaking cool Easter eggs up in there as well, so go check it all out. I recommend that. Barbaria is coming out to the Quest. Now this game was exclusive to PSVR for a hot minute, and now we're jumping into the realm of this dropping on the freaking 9th, and I am super excited for this. Now funnily enough, I've actually for some reason had a bunch of extra people asking me if this is on Quest or not recently this week, and then boom, out of nowhere they dropped, yes, this is indeed coming to Quest. So I'm very, very excited to give this a go myself. I can't wait to play this on the Quest natively. Honestly, it's a fantastic game where not only do you from a top-down perspective get to build out the places and your base and all of the fun things you get to do with that, like traps and cool stuff, but then you get to put your player down in it and then go into the game. It's kind of almost the element I've always thought Demio could use doing, like that element of going into like first person in it. But anywho, you can do that in this game and it is freaking dope, so make sure you be checking this one out on the 9th. Next up we have District Steel coming on the 16th. This is actually a game that's been coming for quite some time on Steam, and it is finally releasing in its fullest state. Now I've played a demo of this, it's very fun. It's just like a bullet hell style game, you know. You get in, you are shooting the snot out of a bunch of robots in many inventive ways, going through a bunch of different levels and using a bunch of different weapons to do so. Time, that's no issue. You just slow it down and then you can destroy things in the most inventive ways you possibly can. Honestly, this game was kind of fun last time I played it, so I'm really excited to see what this is like now it's completely finished and polished. Next up we have Drop Dead Cabin dropping on the 17th. This is something I'm very, very much looking forward to. This has a real sort of Stranger Things vibe going about it, very 80s synth, and I'm down for that, man. I am down for that. This one you get dropped into a cabin, well you get lost in the woods really, and then you have to fight hordes of undead zomzoms. Whilst being able to upgrade, kind of got a feel of COD looking about it, sort of COD zombie sort of feel. I'm really, really excited to try this one out. It looks very unique, very fun, and I really like the style of this game. So can't wait for this one. Now we get to the PSVR 2 launch lineup. Now I have done an entire video covering this that is linked up here, so click on that link and it will take you to that video, or just watch it after. Open it up in a separate browser, okay? And then go watch that once you're done with this one. That would be lovely. But I am still going to tell you every single title that's coming out on this and show you a very small snippet of each trailer because I feel like that would be fun. And then you can go over and watch that full video for everything. Let's do this. We have After the Fall, Altbreaker, Before Your Eyes, Cities VR, Cosmonius High, Demio, Dyschronia, Fantasia, Gran Turismo 7, Horizon Call of the Mountain, Job Simulator 1 and 2, we have Jurassic World Aftermath, we have Kayak VR Mirage, we have Touch the Beat, The Last Clockwinder, Light Brigade, we have Moss Book 1 and 2, Pro Era, No Man's Sky, Pavlov, Pistol Whip, Puzzling Places, Resident Evil Village, Res Infinite, Song in the Smoke, Star Wars, Tales from the Galaxy's Edge, Synth Riders, Tales of Orangono, and we have Tentacular, Tetris Effect, Thumper, The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners Chapter 1, Chapter 2 is coming later down the line, What the Bat, and Zenith. And Breathe. Now to highlight a couple of the titles that are brand new coming to PSVR 2, and also a couple of titles that I'm just really looking forward to playing on PSVR 2 and experiencing it on that headset. So let's dive straight into those titles. Horizon Call of the Mountain. This game, oh my god, I am so excited. I've pre-ordered my PSVR 2 with this game alongside it because I just want this to be the first experience that I have on the PSVR 2. It's going to be a flagship game using every element element of what the PSVR 2 has to offer, and I am just so darn excited to get into this and play. I cannot wait. Definitely make this one of your top titles to be picking when you pick up your PSVR 2. Resident Evil Village. Well, this game is Resident Evil Village, but in VR. Oh, that sounds absolutely terrifying. I am scared of this game. Yes, I'm scared of it. And you probably should be too, because it's going to be quite an experience to do in VR. After the Fall Complete Edition. Now, like this, and with other many titles on this list, these are all enhanced editions of the games, utilising a lot of the cool things that the PSVR 2 has to offer, and I am so freaking hyped. After the Fall is one of my top titles. I absolutely adore this game, and it's good fun to get in with a group of you and 3 other friends to get in there and absolute cane a bunch of the Snowbreed and destroy them and work your way through the levels, grinding your way to better gear and awesome stuff. This one is an absolute must-have. Definitely put this in your purchased or pre-purchased library. The Last Clockwinder. This game is genuinely just a great game. In this, you get to go and duplicate yourself to run a bunch of machineries in order to save where you're at. I'm not going to ruin this game for you, but you should definitely check this one out. It's absolutely fantastic with some incredible mechanics, and honestly, seeing this all remastered going from Quest all the way through to the PSVR 2 is going to be a massive, massive win for me. Can't wait for this one. Mixture VR. This game has the new Moss written all over it. This, if done correctly, could be an absolute gem in VR. Now, I'm actually a big fan of this. Third person in VR where you get to help, so you're like essentially like the helper of the little dude or dudette that you are helping out in the game, and it just looks really, really dope. It looks like you're playing quite a vital part in it, where you actually get to get into some of the action whilst also controlling your character and getting them to do what you need them to do and go on the attack of things. This style of game actually works incredibly well, as Moss Book 1 and 2 have proven to us over time, and now I'm just down to try this. I feel like it's going to be really, really cool. Definitely keep your eyes peeled for this. So the Light Brigade looks like a very interesting game. The world remains in eternal darkness, while only you can bring the dawn. Oh wow, that sounds deep, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, as you go through, you're essentially going through an endless procedurally generated battlegrounds, and you have to just save all of their souls. Looks kind of interesting. Looks like it's got kind of a deep story as well. I'm actually interested by this. You know what? Not every game has to look incredible to be incredible, and I feel like this is what this kind of game's going to be. It's going to be one of those addictive loop games that kind of just makes you want to keep on playing. And that is going to do us for releases this month. Now, I can tell you, as just a little tiny teaser at the end of this, I do know of at least 4 or 5 other games that are going to be coming out across this month, but I can't say anything. My hands are tied right up until embargoes lift. So know that there is a bunch of other cool things coming, possibly for PSVR 2, possibly for Quest, possibly for both. I can't tell you. But what I can tell you is this month is shaping up to be one of the best in virtual reality's history, and I am really looking forward to this month. As you are fully aware, on the channel recently, it's been a little bit quiet, but that's because there's been nothing to do. And now we're about to step into the reality of busy, fun, awesome VR stuff. So if you're new, stick around, hit that subscribe button, smash like if you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you in the next one. Let's get ready for February. Oh, it's about to get real good.